right, so here's my weekly breakdown for the week of so it's basically April 13th to April 18th. So starting off with NZD CAD. First thing is this is in a giant weekly range on here, so we're not interested. Same with AUD NZD and NZD USD. It's the same thing as well too. It's in a range. Okay, so weekly here, we had a weekly pullback. It didn't really come back to a weekly area of interest, so we're still hovering on there. So we'll just wait for a better weekly pullback. GBP CAD, we had a deep pullback. Um, so counter trends won't be possible. However, I don't think we're at an area of interest. Like this is not what 2018. We can't draw one back that far. This is just like if we were to do something like that, I would be better. So I'd wish it would come back more. So we're just gonna wait for it to come back to a deeper retest. USD PLN at a lower low. See, wick past. So we would be looking, and it's a bullish or a bearish engulfing. So weekly, we would be looking to target here. It's very likely that we'll just get a quick weekly, like a daily pullback, quick drop down, and then maybe like start rejecting off of there. But we do have some room to go down. The daily is bearish. And basically for this one, we'll just be waiting for the 4 hour to have a pullback deeper. And then we'll wait for that rejection candle. So GJ, we are we just broke that range at the bottom there. Yep. So we're at a lower low. I don't think I like this candle here, and it's not an engulfing candle or anything like that. Yeah, I don't like this candle. I'm not going to trade this because it's too weak of a candle, right? And then, so it's too weak of a candle to sell, and we can't buy because that would be counter trend. So we're just going to leave GJ alone. USD SEK, strong bearish move down. Weekly take profit is right here, but it looks like we've closed past it. Okay. So then that means the next target would be down to here. And the daily is bearish as well. Perfect. So we're just looking for the 4 hour to have a proper pullback. Okay, Euro HUF. Weekly, higher high, strong candle. This is perfect. We're just looking for a weekly wick pullback. So the daily is bullish. We just need a 4 hour pullback. And then when the 4 hour does this thing, yep, this is nice as well. Let's see. This is Hong Kong. Yeah, I can tell by the way it chops off like that. Yeah, weekly take profit. Pretty much almost there. Daily's bearish. We can, whoa, look at that close. 4 hour just needs a proper 4 hour pullback within this range. USD MXN. This is the weekly? Okay, all right. This is not too bad. I thought it was just like all this just looks like a mess. So we've pulled back. Let's just trade what we see here. This is what we see. Gotten a rejection from there. The daily needs to shift. And we can take it to the weekly, take profit. Alrighty, USD CAD. Whoa, what a candle, huh? Okay. Daily's bearish. We're just gonna look for a quick daily pullback or a quick 4 hour pullback and then shift. So 4 hour, I just mean a proper 4 hour pullback, right? So if it's just keeps on pulling, you can have a 4 hour pullback to here or to here anywhere and then just get that rejection. So this needs a 4 hour pullback. AUD cat, strong bullish candle like this, but we're probably at an area of interest. So let's trade what we see. So we got a zone in 2020. And we don't really have anything here, so we probably just want to wait for this to have a little bit deeper of a pullback. So basically, this is saying it needs a deeper pullback because we're not going to trade against this crazy bullish candle, and we're not at an area of interest. No matter how we force it, we're not in an area of interest. Like we got one here, two, yeah. So we'll leave AUD CAD alone. CAD JPY. We are at a lower low indecision candle right here. So basically this is an indecision candle at 2 because we're not anywhere, like this is in the middle. So when this is in the middle, because this would be take profit right here, right? And you have this, like I'm not trading after that. This candle, like if you try to sell this, this candle is going to go that way on you. So we're going to leave that. UK CAD, this is a ugly candle. Um, whoa. I don't wanna, I would be looking for a counter trend trade because this has no selling strength, right? So no selling strength whatsoever. So for this, we're going to be looking, we closed here and counter trends would have had to end it right here. So we can't counter trend this, right? Because we're too close. You can't weekly wick pullback because of this rejection candle. That weak bearish candle is just signaling that there is no selling pressure whatsoever. Right? So we can leave that alone. Euro NZD. What's going on there? We're at a higher high. What's this candle looking like? Bearish candle. Strength. Very nice. Okay, we're looking for counter trends. What's going on here? Is that the next zone? Okay, so I think this is all the way in 2011. We'd be looking okay. Um Counter trend. So we would need the daily to shift to do that. So I don't know how the daily is going to shift unless it does makes a higher high, makes a low, pulls back, and then go one, two, three, four by the end of the week. I don't see that happening. If the daily has to do all that, I don't see that happening this week. Euro GBP had a massive pullback, not to an area of interest or anything, all the way in 2015. So not to an area of interest, and we've had this massive rejection candle. So we would be looking for counter trend trades to the next closest point, which would be all right there, and the daily needs to shift to bearish. So I don't see it doing that either, to be honest, unless it comes down, pulls back, and then goes. Sure. The daily basically needs to shift structure in order for that to happen. So we're going to put that in the daily needs to shift structure. Weekly lower low, massive rejection candle. Did we pull into an area of interest? That's the question. 2018. You know what? It is. Oh, okay. You can't go that far back. But one, two. Give it that. Three. You know what? I'll give it that. I'll take that. We'll say this is at an area of interest. There was another one like this. I don't remember what it is, but this one just looks cleaner, okay? So we're at an area of interest. This is a rejection candle, but it doesn't matter when you're at the area of interest, right? Because we can put this as the thing. Yeah, we're good. We're gonna, okay? So we're at the area of interest. The daily is also bearish, and the 4 hour needs to shift. So we would like for the, what is going on? Whoa. Then we can drop down to the weekly take profit, which should be weekly structure point right here. Okie weekly. Whoa. Okay. So basically we've reacted off of a weekly structure point right here. We've already had the weekly reaction. Okay. So now we are in the middle of the move. We have a strong candle confirming it. The daily needs to shift structure though, so that's why everything looks so weird. Um, yeah, so the daily's in the middle like that. You need a daily pullback, but then this would have to shift and it would go past that. So unless we come back down here, then break above and then do that, basically the daily needs to shift, right? So okay, lower low, massive rejection candle, not looking at selling that. Counter trends would be up to here. Um, okay, and the daily is not even in trend for that. So we're not even interested in this because yeah, the daily is not even in trend to do it. USD ZAR, massive rejection candle, but the counter trend point was right here. So we're counter trend. We've already went past this section, the first weekly take profit. So because we've passed that weekly structure, we can't take a counter trend anymore. So USD ZAR is just chilling. GU on the weekly at a higher high, nice weekly confirmation. Trend. Daily's gonna be, oh, daily needs to shift. Okay, okay. Good thing we checked, right? So daily needs to shift. We need the daily to shift structure, pull back, and yeah, right? Euro pound, noise, high, weekly wick pullback to this point here. Daily is bullish. 4 hour just needs to have a proper pullback. 4 hours having a proper pullback. We're gonna need it in our session, right? So let's see, Sunday. This is what we're looking at. So basically, we want this 4 hour to pull back, give us a rejection, lower time frame shift structure, and we can get it on here. Um, I don't know where it's gonna pull back to. Wherever doesn't really matter. We just and honestly, we don't even care where it pulls back to. We're just gonna wait for that 4 hour to give us that rejection candle in this here. So this just needs a proper 4 hour pullback. VHF JPY booming. All right. Higher high, weekly take profit. Okay, the daily's bullish. The 4 hour just needs to have a proper 4 hour pullback. And we can just Euro PLN, same thing. Super bullish, weekly TP. Oh, and my desk is a little too high, my sugar. Okay. All right. So yeah, we have this strong weekly bias. Like this candle is just saying, like, let's go, like close above that 0.43 right there. The daily is bullish. We have the weekly structure on here. The 4 hour, we're just looking for the 4 hour to shift structure. And let's just, so we notice it. Okay, so we need price to shift structure, and then we can look at going to the take profit. So we need a 4 hour shift to structure. All right, massive rejection candle. So we already know we're looking for sells. Trend is bearish as well too. Let's see. Yeah, this was such a juicy zone. Yeah, missing screaming sells, and the daily just needs that shift to structure. Needs the daily SOS. Lower low, crazy rejection candle. Daily is bearish with that. 4 hour just needs that proper 4 hour pullback. In session again, it's the same thing. Let's go 7 p.m. This is our midweek. So yeah, we're gonna look for the move to happen here, somewhere here, or there's more volume here. But this is just how the week is split up. But we want that 4 hour to pull back. Just needs a proper 4 hour pullback. This whole thing structure. This is the lower high here. We can have a pullback up to here or something and then have that and then drop down. So this just needs proper 4 hour pullback. USD MXN weekly. I feel like we did this already because this already has, yeah, we've had to have done this already. This looks like it's already done. GA, we didn't label this. So did we do this? I think we did do this. Yeah, we did do this as well. But the daily needed that. Yeah, you just didn't need it. Oh yeah, I did. Hey, all right. So this is done. Let's see what's going on with these tech Theoretically, okay, I know I didn't do this for sure. Massive rejection candle to the sell side. Daily's obviously bearish. 4 hour just needs a proper pullback. In the session, we needed to have it. So starting Sunday, boom, 4 days after, boom, end the session. Okay, so massive sell candle, same thing. Daily is bearish. 4 hour just needs a proper 4 hour pullback. 4 hour just needs that rejection actually. So all the ones that need the proper 4 hour pullback, once we get that rejection, we are moving them right away. Um, okay, a lot of selling pressure. Daily's bearish. 4 hour just needs a proper pullback. Euro JPY. This is the weekly. Weekly looks gross. However, if we're at a weekly area of interest, we're just gonna trade what we see. Let's see what we see right here. So we pull up, go like this, boom. Oh yeah, we're definitely at an area of interest. We have an engulfing candle against us, but that doesn't matter when it's at 3. We've had a proper weekly pullback, so nothing matters. We just need the daily to shift structure now. So the daily is bearish. Very nice. Oh, yes. Was bullish here. Broke this low, became bearish. No other structure point was created. Is clean. So the daily is bearish as well. And we just need the 4 hour to now shift to bearish. And 4 hour will just simplest way to do it is just like this. 4 hour shift to bearish needs proper 4 hour pullback. And when it does that, the weekly structure point, the closest one is right here. So we'd have to, you know what, this is the weekly structure point because this would be the lower low. So we're just going to target that. Okay, so this just needs the proper 4 hour pullback, huh? No, this needs a 4 hour shift to structure actually. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Gold, doing typical gold things. Don't know where to target with this. So yeah, we're just gonna Just gonna wait for a proper 4 hour pullback with this and look to just take this back to wherever gold decides to go if it pulls back. So this just needs a proper 4 hour pullback. Then we could look at jumping in. Right now it's kind of good because if we get it's at a what I'm gonna look for is to wait for it to get into session. So if it was in session, like we were in session and we had like a bullish engulfing at the higher high like that, then we can look for the accumulation break retest and take it at a higher high and keep going right in that wave, or we're just going to wait for it to pull back. So basically, we're either going to wait for it to just pull back, give us our confirmation, and then go like that, or maybe when the session starts, it'll do like that, and then it'll make an engulfing, and then it'll give us our entry, and we can keep on going, just riding that to the top. So this one's an interesting one. Okay. Yikes. Okay. Can we sell this? We have a tiny bit of room. Daily's saying it's good. We just need a 4 hour pullback. So we're just looking for a quick 4 hour pullback, you know? Hopefully we'll see what happens. Okay. We're gonna trade what we see. We just need the 4 hour to pull back and give us a rejection candle. Needs proper 4 hour. Okay. Hold back properly to, oh no. Oh yeah, 2015. Honestly, I don't like this. Why is this here? I don't like this one bit. This is ugly. Like we don't have like trading on what I see. I don't see anything that it's pulled back properly, and we have a giant rejection candle against us. And Euro PLN needs a shift of structure on the 4 hour. Yep, needs a shift of structure on the 4 hour. What is doing here? Perfect. Okay, so those two need that, and these should all be good. Let me start from here. Yeah, we haven't done that. So higher high, higher high, weekly take profit would be here. Okay, daily's bullish. 4 hour just needs a proper pullback. Perfect. Euro HKD. At a higher high. Lots of buying pressure, bullish. 4 hour just needs a proper pullback. No, that's not the one I need. Use the DKK. I don't remember doing this. Okay. Lower low, weekly take profit. Daily's bearish. 4 hour just needs a proper pullback. Use the PLN. Lower low. Yeah, didn't we already do this? All these European pairs are going to be the same when it's doing that. Like when one is ready to do that, they're all pretty much going to line up like that. Use the SEK. So lower low, this is the weekly take profit. Lots of selling pressure. Daily is bearish, just needs proper 4 hour pullback. 4 hour is bearish. Needs proper 4 hour pullback. And your HUF, higher high, daily, 4 hour, just needs proper 4 hour pullback. Just needs proper 4 hour pullback. So we never broke, so we can actually pull back pretty deep because this is the lower high here. Oh, wait, hold on, hold on. Nah, we broke. So you can pull back whatever, but we just still just need a proper 4 hour pullback. Low trend because we're bearish, massive low. Yeah, okay. Or even something like that. Perfect. So there's going to be a lot of trades ready pretty soon. So when the market opens up, where basically all these pairs are going to be going on. So looks like Euro pairs, USD pairs, Euro pairs and USD pairs, it looks like, right? So yeah, So basically when market opens up, we're just looking for a rejection candle, something like this, but within the proper time. We need it within our week. And then, yeah, we started moving them down to the accumulation break retest, and then we're going to be entering them from there. I need to get some more challenge accounts, so I'm going to get about 2 more challenge accounts, and then we're going to go forward from there. That's my Sunday breakdown.